everyone, and welcome back to Devils United for another Watchalong, Spain versus Denmark. It's going to be an interesting one because this one does decide who's going to finish second of Group B. I've got Reece today. How are you, Reece?
I am very well, Maisy. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And thank you as well for taking the time to come on.
It is my absolute pleasure. You know I've got all the time in the world for you. And one thing we do have an absolute passion for, besides taking the absolute mick out of ourselves, is we love football. So it's good to be here.
That is correct. Martin Tappy's first today. Good to see you, Martin. I hope you are well. So yeah, let's do it. We'll have a quickly look at the lineup for Spain versus Denmark here. Interesting one. They've both gone for a 4-3-3 formation. Woo. We've got for Denmark, Christiansen in goal, Pedersen, Boy, and they've actually gone for a 3-4-3. Actually, my mistake. And Serebek in the defence, and then in the midfield they've got Thompson, Olmegard, Junge, and Veld. And then up front they have got Madison, Harder, and Mollier. What do you think of that lineup for you, Reece?
I actually quite like it. I think the one thing they are doing is we know obviously we watched the Germany-Spain game together, which was a fantastic watch. The Spanish had, rightfully so, the way I said it was going to happen, the Spanish would have all the ball. They would try to overload with possession. They would try to overload with passing directly into the box. They would try to use the width up as much as they can. And it more or less comes down to how they got in. And obviously the Spanish being the Spanish on the day were absolutely shocking. I wasn't watching Spain. It was, well, I don't even know who was watching really, because it definitely wasn't them playing in terms of clinicalness. And to combat that, the Spanish have went for a very exciting 4-3-3. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it works. I think naturally on the day, numbers is key, and I think the numbers advantage in this game does match up to Denmark, but quality is also important. I think that's where the Spanish will edge it. Numbers-wise, the Danish have a good advantage, but quality is where the Spanish are key, and that's what's going to come down to for me.
They do, but it wouldn't surprise me if Denmark actually do win it, because what's interesting, they put Pernille Harder up front, and she isn't a striker. She's a winger / an attacking midfielder. So to play her also as a false nine, as well as Lucia Garcia for Spain, which we'll go and touch on to Spain in just a moment. I think that's good. That's an interesting move by Denmark, especially dropping your striker in Brood.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not sure what the thinking is behind that either. He's thinking using a 10 for a false nine approach gives them a different form of attack, or they're thinking maybe Brun, because at the moment I don't think Brun's being brilliant in this tournament, like, with all due respect. So I think that might be another reason, is consistency is key, and Harder has probably been the Danish best player, bar Christensen.
Yep, and we've got Spain's lineup here. Panos in the goal. We've got Honor. We've got Paredes, Leon, and Layla in the defence. In the middle, they have got Bonmata, Guerrero, and Caldeste in the midfield. And up front, they have got Sheila, Lucia Garcia, and Calistilo in up front. So they've basically gone for the exact same as what they did go for against Germany. So they're probably just hoping for a much better result this time round, to be honest. And knowing that they've lost some players, it's probably their strongest lineup, to be fairly honest. But what do you think of that lineup for you, Reece?
Familiarity breeds strategy. There's a phrase for you that you can use anytime you want. Familiarity breeds strategy. A lot like having a consistent team throughout a tournament is a very strong effect, especially in a knockout tournament where your hopes pretty much are on the line. Having an unchanged lineup is probably the best decision a coach could make, particularly in tournament football. At the very opening group of the tournament is maybe a good time to make a risky choice in terms of team selection, because at least you can make up for it in the last two games. But the final game, too risky to make any changes. I think the Spanish manager's made the right choice, except he's playing a heap of shit in Leon in defence. So that's going to say all for me.
And the other centre back is on a yellow card, so that is also not a good sign either. I think most likely they are going to be wiping the yellow card once it does go to knockouts. But if it's not the case, it's a bit risky to play.
Yeah, one of these teams is going to lose the yellow card option anyway, because Saveka is also on a yellow. She's the only player in the Danish team that has a yellow card. So that's another crucial factor. One way to do it. I am glad for one thing though about this game. I actually do like the official, Rebecca Welch. Not biased because I actually went to school with a lassie called Rebecca Welch, who's also English, but at least on this sense, at least I'm okay with it. I do like the teams here. It does work, but Paredes will get exploited because of the yellow. Maria Leon will get exploited because she's just a terrible defender.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's go to the chat. Good evening to you, Andrew. I hope you are well. Hey there to Hella. I hope that you are well. Hey there to Ravi as well. I hope that you are well. Ravi says strong lineup from Spain. Garcia, a good player. Yes, she is a good player. Plus, as well, she is linked to Manchester United, which will be a very good signing, in my opinion. So, what are you going to go for your score prediction?
Well, first of all, that Danish face paint has literally scared the living daylights out of me. So you know where I am in terms of speed. I'm a little bit behind you. I'm gonna go. I like the Spanish team, but I'd like the underdog to go through.
Yeah, I have a small feeling that they will.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm going 3-2 Denmark.
Interesting. So I'm going to go based off my Group B predictions, and I had 1-0 to Spain. Helly said she doesn't know what to predict. It is a tough one. And Ravi has gone 4-2 to Spain. Interesting. Good evening, Talk MU. I hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in.
Whoever goes through has got a difficult opponent anyway, but Denmark went through the expensive thing and set a massive president.
Yeah, I agree completely. I completely agree. Martin's got 2-1 for Denmark and 4-1 for Germany tonight, because I know they're also playing as well, which is an interesting one. I actually predicted 5-0 for the Germans for this game.
This will be a really good game, though.
Completely agree.
You all right?
Yep, all good. Yeah. As you've already said,
I'm going 5-0 Germany against Finland.
Yeah, that's why I predicted 5-0. 5-0 is the exact same as I predicted, but as you mentioned, it's
the same scoreline.
And as you've said as well,
I think it might just be my Wi-Fi because it keeps cutting a little bit. I think I'm just
Yeah, your Wi-Fi's a little bit behind. I hope Denmark goes through 2-1 to the Danes from Ella.
What I'll do is I'll quickly
It-
drop out and I'll jump back in because it might just be that.
Okay, that's fine. Layla. Leon. Anna. At the moment, they're just playing possession at the moment. Spain, not too much trying to get forward on the pitch. I think they're just building in gradually. You're back. Reece is back.
Is that better now?
Yeah.
Ah, thank God. I'm not sure what actually happened there. Like, it was just kind of a little bit, and then every time I was speaking, it seemed to be out of sync with yourself, so I'm not sure what happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's absolutely fine. Ellie said, thought you'd be all over the Germany match.
Hell yeah.
How do Denmark cope with Spain's attack? With Spain's attack, I think it is definitely weakened. So all they need to do is cancel Spain out, prevent them from getting the chances more than anything. And when they do have possession of the ball, Denmark, they need to use it effectively. Do you agree, Reece, or do you think something different, perhaps?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And the other thing is, is just whenever they get, just play it forward direct.
There's a nice cross into nice cross there. Spain's picking possession back up again, but they're just really not doing much at all, Spain. It just feels like they're just working the way up the pitch rather than knowing that they could potentially get knocked out today. You'd think that they'd be a lot more driven to go forward, but they're just playing possession.
They're just playing the ball the way they do.
Good cross in there. Nobody there to finish. That was a good. Oh, that was good. That was good from Leon to go into the box like that. Put a cross into the box. Very good. Then that was it, able to clear it though for a corner. Corner taken. Good touch by Christiansen. Goalkeeper kick now. It's been done. Throw in for Denmark.
Yeah, I know it's big, guys. I'm trying to fix it.
It's okay. Layla. Leon. Yep, at the moment, Denmark's been a counter-attacking team, but they've been mostly a counter-attacking team. Oh, you still got the issues? Are Spain gonna go direct? They haven't really been direct so far in the first 9 minutes, if you want me to be fairly honest. They've just been trying to find little spaces and just play around with the ball, which I think personally is a wrong move.
I think so, yeah. I'm just trying to deal with it as much as I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Stadium MK has a huge crowd tonight. That's brilliant. Both teams have a huge turnout of supports. Amazing. Enjoy the game, Martin. Are you at the game tonight as well? Good defending there by Denmark. It's going to go for a throw-in for Spain. Leon. Layla. Oh, well picked up there by Denmark. Back on the counter and now. Harder. Spain was able to stop that just in time. I had every intention of being there. Tickets paid for. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I can imagine how disappointed you are. I hope you're feeling a whole lot better soon as well. Crossing by Spain. Nothing done with that, but it's going to go for a free throw-in for Spain. Rory tied for the league going into final round. I'm guessing that's golf. 330 quid if wins. Well, I'd be happy with 330 quid, that's for sure. So unfortunate. Oh nah, don't think that. You know I'm always glad to have you around, Martin. To be honest, you can have possession. Spain is a possession-based type football team, and I think it's fine to have the possession against the Denmark if it's used correctly. In my personal opinion, because Denmark for me has been always more of a counter-attacking team. So, in my opinion, I think the possession-based football will probably work, but they need to have the defense switched on for when Denmark do go on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Yep. I'm guessing you heard that. Was very close. Yep, Ellie was very close. Just good goalkeeper to stop it.
Can you hear me now, Maisy?
I can hear you.
I hope everyone else can.
Everyone can hear you. I'm sure. Throw-in by Denmark, but it's been picked up by Spain.
I don't know if you still have issues with the audio on the laptop in the morning. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, Ravi, please don't talk about drums today. Out of all things to talk about, not the drum. That's what I'm going to say. That was a good shot by Denmark. I think she could have potentially tried to pass it, maybe even do a slight cross. If I just look at that again, it was great counter-attacking play there by Denmark. Got into the box. Yeah, I think she could have really passed it, to be honest. But Spain is back again with the possession. Oh, no. Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think it was missing that little bit. I think for me, it was just more about the decision of what to do. Because, you take your shot or you be selfless and you pass. And I think at that time, I think it was probably better to pass. But I think even though Denmark have been a counter-attacking team, they've had better chances than Spain at the moment. Back.
Hope so.
I think you would.
I'm genuinely getting really annoyed with this though. I have these issues. I don't have a clue what's going on.
It happens.
Yeah. I want to go on a murder strike and put it that way.
You haven't missed much though. No goals have been scored, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're on about 17 minutes in.
Just 17 minutes.
Yeah, I'm 15:45. Which isn't great.
Oh, that's on 2 minutes ahead then. What's wrong? I hate the drums at football. I really, really do. Drums are not nice whatsoever, Ravi. Once you go to a Man United women's game versus Manchester City, you will realise.
Yeah, when you go to that, then you can talk to us. If you don't like the white light, don't worry. I'm not looking for heaven. I'm not at that stage yet.
What are you looking for?
I'm going to see if I can try flash streams. My TV's logged into my Twitter account, so I'm just going to go for flash streams from here.
Oh, so you're using my tricks.
Sometimes a little bit of luck is a little bit of fun.
Depends.
Usually is for me.
That was well picked up there by Denmark. Says a lot if she's just literally outrun Donna.
Yeah, you need to put her a good. They need to take full advantage of her tonight. That's their best chance.
To be honest, though, I think if there was to go on the counter, they should exploit the left-hand side of Spain's, because I think that's their weak side with Leon and Layla. Because I don't even think Layla is she's not even a first choice left back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And she isn't first choice for Barcelona either. She's their backup fullback.
All right. Okay.
So good eye there from Denmark. Offside.
So far, though, they have played very well in terms of controlling the ball and keeping them at bay. The problem is the Danish are just playing like the counter game really well, and they've had some good chances. They should have scored though.
Yeah, I think they've had better chances in Spain so far.
Yeah, I think the harder chance that I think she took a little bit like of a cheap option. I don't think she should have went for the chip. I think she should have tried to hit it under the keeper's arm. I think she would have done it really well.
And it shows here as well, Denmark's already had 3 attempts and Spain hasn't had any.
Yeah, it says it all, really.
It really does. And it shows as well possession means nothing, because Denmark are doing very well at defending against Spain tonight.
Yeah, literally possession in football means virtually nothing if you do nothing with it. So at least you're not the only one that sees sense on that. If people can't be going to tell me, like, possession football's the best. If it is, then pretty much every possession-based team would win the best trophies, but they don't.
Well, no, because you can't play possession-based football against every team and expect it to work.
Exactly. How do you think about the performances of Spain so far? Do you think they're lacking that edge? Or do you think they're convinced that their game is that?
I genuinely do think they are lacking that little bit for me. They don't have the quality. It's like you can tell they're missing out on their main players, to be fairly honest. They just don't seem the same Spain what you have seen of Spain before. So for me, I actually wouldn't be surprised if Denmark get 3 points out of this and move on. Spain's on 3 points and so is Denmark.
Yeah. Whoever goes through deserves it, but if it's the underdog in Denmark, I'm okay with that.
To be honest, I know you're saying they're underdogs, but with if they was in a completely different group, what didn't have both Spain and Germany, there would be, if they was in, for instance, England's group, or if they was in group or any other group apart from this one, I think they would be easily getting through as a second place team.
They're a good side. It's just compared to who else is in the group. That's the like you said, that's the problem, and that's why I've got them as the underdog. But
But
being the
outside,
underdog is the best thing sometimes.
and to be honest, if Denmark wins, I think it's better for England. Because that's who we'll get in the quarterfinals. We'll either play Denmark or Spain.
Yeah, absolutely. Decided to just go back to iPlayer. I'm only a minute and 16 seconds behind, so I can take that as a victory. Unless I went downstairs and watched it on TV, but I won't.
At least you're not too far behind anyway.
Yeah, true.
And I think as well, what I've noticed about Spain, they don't tend to go into them narrow spaces where they'd rather just pass the ball sideways or backwards than taking the risk and going into tight areas to try and get the ball forward.
Yeah, either that's a tactic or it's because they just aren't capable of going narrow. It's got to be one of the two. Because I think the quality they do have, they could go narrow and be quite effective.
I agree. Completely agree. That was I thought that went in then. Wow, that was great there.
Just makes you wonder.
Christiansen. Really, she should be saving it, but I just thought it went in. But it was a great save. Who goes through with a draw? So I think if it
Spain
is a
goal
draw,
difference.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they scored a few past Finland, so yeah, Spain it will be. France have played the best team. Has been the best team in terms of best football. Can't argue with that, but I think against Belgium it was pretty poor. I think France is definitely in the top three alongside Germany and England, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. I agree. They're the three best teams, but for me, the best team in the tournament so far has been the Germans. Complete pure bias, but it's because they've played two different types of opponents. They've changed their approach for both games, and they've still walked out. Obviously, England have got 2 clean sheets as well. But the way the Germans have actually claimed both clean sheets is completely different to both, like compared to what England have done. England have adapted really well to their opponents, and they've handled opposition really well and they've dominated. Whereas the Germans in the first game dominated the possession and were playing direct. Against Spain, they gave them all the possession, and when they had the ball, they chose the direct forward run option, split it. Against Finland tonight, they'll dominate the possession, they'll have more passes, they'll have about 65% possession, and you'll see the difference tonight as well when they change their approach. That for me is the sign of that's a proper tournament team.
I can't argue with that, but I feel like for me, England has had that final bit of touch because I know Germany has also played Spain, who's a terrific team, but to play how they did against Norway, I think it was absolutely sensational, and we've really took advantage of our wingers and they've made brilliant substitutions as well, who's also been very effective with the ball.
Yeah.
But I do think for me, if we do win this tournament, as well as the team, is down to playing the manager as well. The manager who we've got is a big factor.
I agree. And no, I'm not playing FIFA at the same time. I've just looked at the live chat, so I'm just laughing. What I'm actually doing is watching multiple games at once.
Yeah, Andrew said about playing Russo instead of Kirby or White. She won't be able to play in Kirby's position because Kirby plays as a 10 in the 10 role, and the Russo's more of a natural striker, so it'd be White. And I would have to agree. I think she does deserve to be in that spot over Ellen White, but she's played at all 3 times, and she hasn't done too much wrong. So I think Serena, just like a lot of other teams, I think she's trying to keep with the same team throughout and make the little changes where needed. But I absolutely think you're spot on. We do need to play Russo, and I wouldn't drop Frank Kirby though. I just think she's so intelligent on the ball. I think she's terrific. She's got 3 assists for us so far, actually, as well.
Yeah, 100%. She's a really good player.
Yeah, it's just a shame she's not
like
match. She's just not match fitness at the moment, and I think that's the only problem. But if you was playing her like fully fit, there'd be no one who would ever get ahead of her in that England team.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey there, Solo. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Yellow card's been given. Gone to Layla.
Okay.
I'll look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a link onto it so I can watch it at the same time, Ravi, but the site I usually use for some reason is not bloody working. Which is really strange.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. The match fitness is an issue. But for me, in my opinion, she's so much better as a starting 11 player than a substitute player. So I'd start her. I'd do exactly what Serena's doing now, starting her and taking her off around the 60th minute. And that helps massively, in my opinion. She's that kind of leader who you want to start with.
What channel's the Germany game? I'll just get both on at the same time.
I think they're BBC 3.
If it is, then I'll flame and get it on so I can watch both at the same time. TV guide.
BBC 4 people are saying.
Cheers, Trips. Yep, it is. Right, BBC 4.
Another person who could play in that role, it would be Ella Toon. Chloe Kelly tends to play as a winger, mostly on the right-hand side where Beth Mead plays. But Ella Toon would be the other option. And I think in this
she's
England...
a good player.
Pardon?
She's a good player, Ella Toon.
She is. I think for this England team, though, she's been more of a super sub, what we've tended to notice.
Yeah, Ravi, I agree. I've just tuned in. I've seen a couple of Finnish attacks. I've seen a few German attacks. It definitely is end to end. That Germany should have scored that opportunity there from Pop.
Really, though, Finland have got nothing to lose.
Right on point. Hello, I like coffee.
I like coffee. Hey there, good to see you. Hope you're well. Go Portugal from I Like Coffee. I'll be doing a Portugal watch along tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be happy about that one. There was a shot there by Spain, but it was pretty poor.
Yeah. I did say to you, Ravi, like in terms of the Germany game, they would have all, the contrast in this game to the Spanish game against Germany is they'll have all the ball tonight and all the chances, but Finland will have a few that they need to take care of.
Yeah, because I think if you give Finland that ball and that opportunity, they can hurt you. If you do lack concentration at any point?
Yeah, Leon stands to mind on the opening game.
She is poor.
Yeah, she really is. I do like the fact that they are actually at times now trying to come in. Like they are trying to come in short from narrow, but they are doing far more crosses from width. The Spanish, but the Danish are just happy to stand in the box. They stand in their lines like on the channels and just hold really well. Like it's really impressive. Like from Denmark, like the high defensive line, but there's a good chance there. I think that should have. I'm only just seeing the chance across the ground, but that should have been a goal there, in my opinion. From who's the number 8 for Spain?
The number 8 for I think it's Bonmati. I think
Yeah, her chance across the ground. She should have scored that. Really, Leon. What a player! No. She's not that good.
It's Reese's favourite player.
She wishes.
Oh, it's Mariona.
Right.
Number 8 is.
Yeah, Denmark Spain is at Brentford Stadium, and the Germany Finland game's at the MK Dons one. I'm actually gonna have a look at the Germany lineup, seeing who they're playing tonight. The same team pretty much, except Latvine and Dalman are in midfield. Ogerdorf isn't playing. Dursun is in defence. Kleinherm is playing instead of Rauch at left back. There's actually some clear changes. Mago's on the bench as well. Wait, no, Oberdorf's not playing because she got yellow carded in the last game. She got her suspension. That's what she got. She got a 1-game suspension.
I suppose it's better to lose and knowing that you've already qualified than to be in Spain's position and lost her. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
100%.
Really, Spain should have took advantage of that. Because it was poor goalkeeping from Christiansen. She got very lucky.
Yeah. I'm not sure why it says that really, Andrew, but I've checked the Sky Sports apps, and they're saying that this game's at the Brentford Community Stadium.
It is at the Brentford ground.
Germany had a player on the side that was going. It's a slight injury, but she's okay. I want Brandt to come on the score.
What you want him?
I want Brandt to come on for the Germany team and score. Just because she's one of my top 5 in this team. She's always on the bench though. She's a natural left winger. Pisses me off that.
Oh, sounds a bit like that Skinner keeping the natural wingers on the bench.
It's not that he does play, like the Germany manager does play natural wingers, but the quickest wingers on the bench. Like Brand is the quickest out the 3. That's why I would start her. Yeah, Germany are getting some good balls into the box, but Pop's not playing on the line. Or even in the box. She's just playing off it, which is completely wrong. But anyway, obviously to this one, I like the fact that Christensen's just holding firm. She's just completely relaxed in her position.
So Portugal have to win by 2+ goals next match to make it through. So they've already got 1 point. So if they get a win, they'll qualify.
Mm.
They've been quite the underdogs, I must be honest.
Yeah. I want Afina to score. Even if Denmark go through, I want Afina to score.
I see this game's going to be so low scoring.
I thought there'd be some goals in it, but you know what? I agree with you. I thought there
predicted
would be
1-0.
something in it. Yeah.
The only reason why I predicted 1-0 because I was presuming that Spain would put a weaker squad out because it was obviously before the injuries came about, and I said, right, they'll probably already have enough points to qualify, so they'll put a weak squad up.
But because it's make or break, they've had to go for it. Spain still go through, Ravi. Their superior goal difference will take them through.
Mm-hmm.
The only way Spain go out is if
They lose.
Denmark win. Yeah. Germany should have scored there. That was shocking.
It wouldn't surprise me, with Spain's holding out for a draw.
It's not a bad thing. But it can be quite risky.
Because they haven't done enough for me to say, oh, I want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And if they play like this against England, they'll literally get torn apart. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, they get absolutely ripped apart. I agree with you. In fact, I'll go one further. They get pumped.
They will.
Yeah, I know, Ravi. I know they've got chances. I've got the game on my phone. Talking to Maisy for the laptop on the monitor. I've got the Denmark-Spain game on the TV. And then I've got Germany-Finland on my phone. Still 0-0 for the 39th minute.
You sound like me when I was in Portugal, like when I was at that bar all the time watching the football, watching 4 football matches at once. Living life.
Oh, Dabritz is on the corner. All hail Queen Dabritz. Should have done better on that one. And wait, what? Has Germany scored? If they've scored, Dabritz. Let's have a look. Wait for it. No, that was not. That was good defended by Finland. I'm just looking to see if they have actually scored. If they have scored, then I'm going to be absolutely.
They have scored.
But they are. It looks like it because they're pressing really well on the Finnish defence. It's just the same. Yeah, Martin said it as well. Goal Germany. Hella's saying it. It's because it's because I've got the BBC iPlayer and all that. It's absolutely crap. If you're playing or streaming from actual channels, it should be on time. It's really pathetic.
I know, and the thing is, it's like 2-3 minutes behind, isn't it, from the TV?
Oh yeah, guys, these are all spot on. Kleinherm, what a goal! Replacing Roush at left back, and she gets a brilliant header and straight over the goalkeeper, clear as day.
Oh, it's just come up here, the goal.
Mm. Beautiful goal.
Yeah, it was a great header.
That's 7 goals now we've scored in 3 games. German build-up is one of the best.
You'll concede when you play against England.
If we play England.
Well, I think personally for me, you're going to beat Austria because that's who you've got. Oh my God, you should have seen it. I like coffee's laughing at my reaction when Portugal level 2-2. I don't think you was there at the time, but everybody was laughing their heads off.
I think I may have been streaming. So that's probably it. Actually, no, what I was actually, yeah. Germany versus Austria, there is only one winner, to be fair. German citizens.
I must be honest, though. I think Austria is a tough team to break down.
We've broken down the so-called best so far in Spain. We broke Denmark like they were nothing. Now we've just decided, hiya Finland, how you doing? You want some cold weather or do you want some heat? We'll give you some heat with a fullback's header. Yeah, pretty much.
The only team you couldn't break down was England.
Yeah, we'll see. Hello, Sophie.
Hey, I hope you're well, Sophie. Thanks for tuning in.
Literally dynamite. One of my favourite channels, like one of them. Andrew, for goodness sake. Although he is right, it's also wrong as well.
I am not commenting.
It is both right and wrong at the same time. That's the thing.
Ravi said, Reece, it looks like Finland are trying to get Germany on a lucky counter break.
Yeah, they are. But the thing is, though, is like the German defence is so switched on. They're so switched on, so even like a counter-attack, you need to be completely on it, especially with pace. And I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. You're feeling much better, so much better.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good to hear that you're feeling 100%, well, a lot better than you was, because I know you was quite poorly, so glad that you are feeling better. That was great defending again on the corner by Denmark, and they've got it out for a throw-in.
I'm just liking the calmness in the Danish play. It's like what we said, like half an hour ago. Like I'm just liking when Ravi asked the question, what does Denmark have to do to cope with the Spanish attack? I literally just said, just go direct on the Spanish because they can't cope. They cannot cope with direct play. Whether it be out wide, pushing up with the wing backs, playing the back three, or whether you use a back four like the Germans did, you go direct on the Spanish. One, they panic, and two, their concentration goes because they're trying to man mark one or two defenders because that just sums up the positioning of their defence. And three, the midfield just doesn't have enough in it for me to say, yeah, it's capable enough, and that's a Spanish weakness. And that's just watching them only watching 2 games of the Spanish. It says it all.
Oh, yeah.
Hell is saying Mark's just announced his engagement to Heather. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I'm happy for him. I'll message him later. In fact, never mind. He's already tagged me in a tweet, so I may as well just congratulate him now.
Going to be another corner for Spain. And they've only got a minute, less than a minute now until it goes to half time.
Yeah. That didn't look good, that collision there. Is she still on, the Danish player?
She's still on.
That was quite nasty, like. It happens, though. It's a clash of teammates, but it's just a shame. I really wonder how old the Danish coach is, because I don't want to sound harsh on him, but he does look a tad frail.
I don't know, you know. Let me have a look.
Ravi's just a guy that I do. I do the weekly armchair with. He's the young bearded fellow with the fair hair. He's a nice lad, proper genuine.
Denmark's coach is 63.
He hasn't got much. He hasn't got much time left. I don't mean that in that manner. I mean he's not got much time left as like coaching the team. Like they need to get some younger ideas for the squad going forward. That's what I'm meaning. I don't mean like he's.
Well, at least we know what you mean by it now, don't we? But
yeah, I mean like he won't have a lot of time left in terms of like coaching this team because they will at some point want to try and do more, especially with a good crop of young players with experience. You want to get a lot of fresh ideas in here.
But it's half time now, anyway. What have you thought of the Spain-Denmark game?
I think this might sound a bit controversial, but I think the best team has actually been the Danish.
I have to agree. I really do.
I think I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking the quality of Denmark's play, it just holds more from the counter sense against the possession-based game of the Spanish. The Spanish just don't have any attacking impetus. They don't have a clear method for a plan B. It's the same as like any class coach that has like a plan A and try to perfect it, except the Spanish can't perfect theirs. And I'm not being ageist at all. I'm not being harsh on him. I'm actually being quite fair. Out with the old, in with the new. That will happen to the Denmark coach.
Yeah, but what has he got? He's still got another couple of years, and he's going to stay over the World Cup next year.
But it's probably going to be his last tournament.
Depends.
I do like where they're going, though, in terms of the team. You can see something from the Danish compared to the Spanish. I'm looking at the best way to counter 4-3-3 is numbers in areas, like numbers in the midfield. They decided to go for a back three. They didn't go for two up top. They went for a 3-4-3. And what they're doing is pushing the wing backs up as high as possible, so as if they're playing as wide midfielders. It works perfectly.
Yeah,
it works perfectly. Because
my second favourite formation.
Well, the 4-2-3 one's your favourite?
Oh, don't go there. Oh, don't go there.
All I'm going to say is people have agendas on footballers, in terms of political parties, or anything like that. Maisy, on the other hand, has agendas against football formations. I find it humorous, but I find it brilliant. I'm going to name 3 formations, right? And I just want you to tell me. What you think, and this will justify my response. 4-2-3-1.
Perfect.
I said the truth, not be a nightmare. Come on.
Fabulous.
4-1-4-1.
Underwhelming.
3-4-2-1.
Fantastic.
She's trying so hard. It's funny.
But then you've got the formation you didn't mention, 4-4-2.
I was going to, but I thought, nah, because I'm kind to you.
Yeah, you can be. I don't know.
Andrew, you're spot on about Peanut harder though. Like, she's been awesome. Like, I've genuinely really liked watching her.
Exactly. She's been great during this tournament, and she's actually been Denmark's top goal scorer in this tournament so far. So, but at the moment, Denmark's had 25% possession compared to Spain's 74%. Denmark's had 4 shots to Spain's 8. Denmark's had 1 shot on target to Spain's 4 shots on target. But for me, it just feels like the stuff what Denmark has done, they've been a lot more clinical, and they know what it just feels like they've definitely come into here knowing that Spain is going to hold possession, so they've worked very well defensively, especially knowing what happened against Germany. They got absolutely destroyed. So the way they're able to control themselves well defensively against the Spain team, because really the Spain team, they should be realistically getting a lot more goals than what they have done.
I just don't see much in it, you know what I mean, in terms of their control and play and how they want to operate the game. And that's where the Spanish are at their weakest, is just I don't see anything in them, you know what I mean? Like the Spanish, like if you really like to watch the Spanish and play good football,
watch it when Alexa play.
Yeah, and that Hermoso, because I watched some highlights of her goals. last night, and I didn't realise just how good she really is.
I told
That is
you
a
how
massive.
good she is. I've been telling you for
I'm not
months.
saying. I'm not telling you that. I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I've never seen it for myself, so I had to at least go and look. And I like the way that she drops, like how she drops like those extra yards in the box, or she goes deep into the box, like towards the goalkeeper, put the pressure on the keeper. It's very smart tactic for a number 9, especially a number 9 with a brain. Like that's something that the Spanish don't have in this game. Like all respect to Garcia, I said it the other night when she missed that golden opportunity against the Germans. A number 9 wouldn't take that extra touch and go wide. The number 9 would see the goalkeeper come at you and you went, what's the best thing to do? You're not going to dive quick enough. Boom, right underneath the arm. You're going straight in. And that's what they should have done. But that's where they went wrong. And that's the difference between a real number 9 and using a winger in that position. It doesn't work. Coaches think they can do it because they're like, like the plays an attack on it works, but like no, like for goodness sake, if you don't have a main striker, so if you don't have a main striker playing, use your backup. Like don't in a tournament think because you've got a front three that you think is going to rotate and free roam around that a winger's going to have the natural ability of a striker. They don't have that. So that's where the Spanish are doing it, and they've done it 2 games in a row. They've done it 2 games.
I think Kelly though spot on in terms of Denmark are surprisingly in control, great defensively, and they'll score a counter probably. I've got to agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Can I tell you something as well about Hermoso? Barcelona's let her go on a free.
What?
Yeah. They didn't extend her contract. She's gone to a team in Mexico.
Oh, well, she's completely downgraded then.
Oh, of course she's downgraded, but if you're not offering her a contract, I think she could have got into any team, really. With her kind of ability, she could go anywhere. But apparently Atletico Madrid was wanting her, but I don't think she would have gone.
I can understand her not going to Real Madrid, but Atletico would have been fine. I don't know. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona in the women's game maybe is not as big as Atletico and Barcelona, because isn't Atletico Madrid not an older team?
Yeah, Atletico Madrid is an older team. But if I remember clearly as well, Hermoso actually used to play for Atletico Madrid. She played for Atletico Madrid in her youth, so I was surprised she didn't play. To be honest, she was there for many, many years. So, and she's been to a fair few teams. I know she's been Atletico Madrid. She's been at Barcelona twice. She's been at PSG. So she's been already at some of the best teams in Europe. So, but now she's gone to Mexico.
I think that's very bizarre. How old is she?
32.
All right, never mind. I take that back.
Why'd you take back?
I thought she was a bit younger. You know what I mean? I thought she would have been like 27, 28, 29. I thought she would have been that period. I didn't realize she was in her 30s. She could have went to Germany, competitive football. She could have went to France. Maybe she just fought because she does have a very serious injury right now, doesn't she? Like it is serious.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's already been to France. She's been PSG. I like Coffee knows good football formations. 4-3-3 is I like Coffee's favourite as well.
To be fair, it is my favourite. Although I do like at times using a 3-4-3, and I don't mind using a 4-2-3-1 because I don't have formation agendas, and I like playing with a number 10. But I do generally like playing with a 4-3-3 because it gives you control in the midfield. But
this is exactly what I say, but then you go on about 4-2-3-1s being so good.
See, I like 4-2-3-1s for the balance of using it in a high pressing advantage. Like that's what I like about it, is you can use a number 10 in a pressing situation where you can have them playing as a second striker. And that's what I like about it. And then you can use the width of the fullbacks and the wingers to come in. Then you've got the option of a defensive midfielder in one slot, or you can use a box-to-box, or you can use two box-to-box players but they have defensive capabilities, unlike Man United who play Fred McTominay. One of them can't defend, the other just has to make shift. It's the way you play in the system, and I think that's the problem, is some people don't like it because, it's two players instead of one, or it's you don't have the coverage. That's what I like about it, is you have that balance. I like the balance of it. But I can see why people don't like it. But then again, I also like it. I don't like playing with a front two unless it's makeshift at the very end.
Also, okay. But Andrew here with some jokes. If Pennell misses a penalty, is the headline Pennell dysfunction? Oh dear me. I'm not saying anything. I am not saying anything. Rather, is 32 old in the women's game? No. 32, it's past prime, but it's not old, because you can get footballers retiring at the age of 35 and older in the women's game. So 32, just like it is in the men's game, it isn't exactly old. You can still get brilliant players at 32.
That's a bit harsh, mate. Everyone turns prime at 21.
No, it's not. It's not 21. It's 18.
Oh, as it went down?
It went down to 18.
I'm well past my prime then. Christ.
Well, if you're saying 21's the prime, I must be in my prime already.
I think I've always said the prime years of a footballer is 27, 28. But ever since I heard the prime of a footballer is 21, that joke, I burst out laughing. I just can't forget it. I will never forget it.
I couldn't believe that was said as well, if you want me to be honest. I was shocked.
Yeah, I'm just watching the beautiful highlights of the Germans.
Ravi said, boo, 4-3-3. Your team literally uses 4-3-3. And that's how your team won the league.
Exactly. I'm just laughing at that attempt, the Hegerin shot. It was going wide and it smacked off Pop's face, and it still went wide, but it went just margin off the post. To be fair, I did do that football once. I smacked off somebody's face and we scored.
You're crazy.
It wasn't intentional. We just got in the way.
Sure. But considering you're watching the highlights of the Germans, do you want to tell us what you think of that game?
Complete German destruction. It should be at least 3 or 4, but they did show some chances for Finland. Finland are moving really well. They're just not doing enough. I think one thing they are doing, though, is they are pushing high with the ball. They're just not getting a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Andrew said prime for a footballer is 23 or 29 or 31.
For me, prime is 27, 28, 29. Those 3 years are your prime years.
I must agree. I would go for roughly around the same. I'd go between 25 and 30 supposed to be your best years as a footballer.
23 is good for moulding yourself into how you want to be as a prime player, though. And then 31's like that tailor end where you're still effective, but you're starting to slow it.
But I think the thing is with 23 as well, you start to work out what do I want to do in terms of career-wise.
Yeah.
What jokes are you saying, Andrew? I've not understood any joke.
I think I sort of get his jokes. I'm not in that wavelength today, if you know what I mean. I'm not in that wavelength. I'm in my football mode. This is my third stream today, and I'm in full-on mode.
He said no. Oh, he said numbers. What were prime numbers?
Yeah, 46, 58, 62.
So you're saying how old you are? 62.
Cheeky. No, they're not actually. They're not the right numbers. But you cheeky bugger. I'm not that old.
Could have fooled me. Spain have made 2 substitutions at halftime. Or is it 2? No, I think they made 3 substitutions.
You get 5 in this, don't you?
Yeah, you get 5.
That's... At least they brought on a number 9. Watch her not score. All I'm gonna say is if I'm all I'm gonna say, right, is if I'm 47, I'm the best looking 47-year-old you'll ever meet.
I don't know if I can agree or disagree with you. I don't know many 47-year-olds.
Leave.
Do you mean leave?
You're a right cheeky bastard.
Why am I?
You just are. Like, how dare you?
How dare you?
This game is lacking one little thing. It's lacking even though she's not Danish, they're lacking, or Spanish, they're lacking the touch of Alicia Lehmann.
Well, she's actually in Switzerland. She's actually a Switzerland player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she was Danish or Spanish and she was playing, it'd be brilliant.
To be honest, though, I think she's quite an overrated player, in my personal opinion.
She's overrated for actually doing the work. All she's good at is getting put on her arse and a couple of skill moves that she does on TikTok. Yeah, I've seen the videos. You know what you should watch after this? Yeah. You know what you should watch? There's a video on YouTube, right, called
Reece is cool as ice. As ice, twice as nice. All the ladies fight for his
life. Maybe someone could win me. Maybe someone has won me. You never know. I mean, I'm like the Olympic gold. I'm right up there. I'm just kidding.
The Olympic gold. I've never heard anyone compare themselves to a medal before.
Sometimes you just gotta raise your own game because you're not the best. Sometimes you just gotta have a little bit of confidence in yourself. I've got very little. That's why I'm having a bit of confidence. But what was I saying before? There's videos on YouTube, right, called Conversations You'd Never Hear, and there's one for the women's game and the men's game, right? And about 90% of them at times involves Alicia Lehmann, and it's constantly about how she's diving. And then there's one video where it was the game against Brighton, and the captain knocked her over. And she was like, it was barely anything, but afterwards she got back up and then she pushed Lehmann to the ground for diving, so she got up and just pushed her. And then Lehmann like, "There's a foul, ref," and then she went, "Nah, it wasn't a foul. It was teaching you a lesson." And then there's another one in the same video where she went, the football, like, Lehmann went to ground again, and they went, "You're only famous," because obviously she was with was it Bowman or Bachman at the time before she openly changed her sexuality from lesbian to bisexual. They went, "You're only famous for your girlfriend, and you're only famous for your ass, not your football ability." It's like, Jesus Christ. But these videos are on YouTube. They are genuinely really fun. But some of the tackles are really aggressive. Or going after the referees.
Germany's 2-0 up now.
Beautiful. Who scored? I put my phone back in my pocket because it was half time, so I've got to get back out. Oh, yes.
Andrew said, "Come on, Denmark, need to get a harder goal." He had a bet of a harder to score, so.
All right, okay, that's understandable. 3 goals in 3 matches. Pop has a 100% record at the tournament so far.
Yeah, she scored at every single game, hasn't she?
Mm-hmm. She's only played 3 European games. This is her 117th cap, I'm pretty sure.
The thing is, as well, I had her as my guaranteed
still
goal
go for me.
scorer.
Yeah.
So
It's 2 headers for the German. It's 2 header goals, but it's four goals for the 4 goals for the Germans in the tournament. From the 8 they've scored, 4 of them are headers.
Andrew said Mead has got a 166.66% record.
It'd be worse than Pup. Yeah. Nah, I like Beth Mead. I think she's a really good player, to be honest. I haven't seen a lot of England fans talk about her as a top player though, which is crazy.
I think a lot of Chelsea fans are a bit sour about her because first game of the season, Chelsea lost their game, and it was the first game they've lost in 6 months. And they lost against Arsenal. They lost 4-3, and Beth Mead scored the winning goal, but it was actually offside. And a lot of Chelsea fans are sour about Beth Mead because of it.
Oh wow, that does sadly happen in football though. It does happen.
Yeah, but the thing is, bad refs, no VAR, no goal line technology.
Yeah.
So, what can you do apart from them outrageous decisions given given against Manchester United? They were disgustingly shocking. Martin Knowles. Ravi said Chelsea women are overrated. I think at times I must agree they are overrated, but sometimes they just play brilliant football as well. They're overrated in Europe, that's for sure, but they brought in some world-class signings this transfer window, so it really won't surprise me if they go far in the Champions League.
If they want to go far in the Champions League, you get rid of Emma Hayes.
Emma Hayes says she'll do once they win the Champions League because she's won everything then.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
She's got a plan A, and that's it.
So she's basically the Sergio Aguero of managers then.
Could say that. Andrew thinks City will win the league next year unless Kirk carries them. I think probably Chelsea will win the league again, if you want me to be fairly honest. I just think City they've lost a few players now. They've lost Caroline Ware, they've lost Lucy Bronze, they've lost Stanway, and they're big players for City. They've replaced one player so far, someone from Atletico Madrid, but I think they've lost too many players. Caroline Ware was probably their best player last season.
I like her. I think she's a quality player. I will think of this though as I do expect it to be the usual trio though, the usual suspects fighting for the title: Arsenal, City, Chelsea. Although I do agree with City's squad, but you can never really count Arsenal out. They always seem to be really strong. Like they're so committed to their football project. Like, funny thing is though, is the Arsenal women's manager would probably do a better job for the men's team.
That was quite poor from Spain. That corner could have done a lot better. But it was good goalkeeping as well. The shot was poor by Spain.
Yeah.
Where has gone to Real Madrid? Lucy Bronze has gone to Barcelona. And Stanway has gone Bayern Munich.
Boo. I'm generally sickened that she is going to play with bloody Margul and Schuler. I hope they remind her to actually do her position properly. She's terrible in that number 6 role, and you know I'm right.
Oh, Stanway, she's not a number 6, that's why.
I know, and she's playing there. Like, she doesn't know what to do. She can't even defend.
In my opinion, she's an 8.
But she's being asked to defend though by what's her name? Serena. She's being asked to do that defensive role, and she can't really do it unless Serena sees something that makes her think she can defend. But
the thing is, though, she's next to a natural CBM of Kira Walsh, so she can actually afford to play as that box midfielder role.
She does tend to go too high, though. I've noticed she's saying that a lot. She goes too high a lot, and that really affects confidence in the midfield.
Yeah, it bugs me. Completely agree, Ellie. It was poor. Oh dear. Would like VAR goal line technology to come to the women's game? No, because this tournament has shown with technology they don't know how to use it. Poor refs. If they're poor at refereeing, what chance have they got of using VAR? That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree.
I
will say this though.
Improve the referees first, but what was you gonna say?
Sorry. I was saying, in terms of refereeing, bar the mistake the other night that really annoyed me when it should have been a red card for Paredes for yanking Pop's shirt and completely yanked it. That should have been a red. That referee done very well. And I think tonight Rebecca Welch has been fantastic in this game officiating. I think she's done a really good job. She hasn't made one single decision wrong for me. I think she's got it spot on.
Yeah, she's probably one of the better refs, but like you look at as well, Italy should have had a red card against France.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
And against Iceland, there was too many diving and too many decisions being made to Italy when they shouldn't have been. I think as England's people are saying England's first goal was offside. The yellow and white goal was offside. So I think there has been a lot of poor decisions, in my opinion, anyway.
I think Ellen White's a footballer. She must have grew up watching Filippo Inzaghi. Because she is literally born offside.
Mm-hmm. Bronze gets about, doesn't she? Yeah, she's been to a fair few teams, actually. Sunderland, Everton, Liverpool, City, Lyon, City again, Barcelona. See what, like, literally, Alice Greenwood's been
disguise.
and Nikita Paris has done the same. She's been to Everton, Liverpool, City. She's potentially going United. But that doesn't get mentioned. I'm not a fan of Alice Greenwood at all, but it doesn't get mentioned at all with Lucy Bronze and Nikita Paris. Them getting about our rival clubs.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, she's up and moving. Good.
Newcastle made 4 new signings for the women's team. That's interesting. United actually made a new signing for the women's team yesterday, Grace Clinton from Everton, 19-year-old midfielder. I don't know why we need another midfielder, but she's one for the future. So,
is she box to box or is she defensive? Or is she a 10?
I think she's more box to box. I haven't watched much of her. If you want me to be honest, I don't know much about her.
All right, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I was on about, Andrew. That high waist one.
That should have been a red card. VAR should not have overruled that.
Exactly. I think if it's going to be introduced, it'll probably be in the next 5 years or something. I can't see it being introduced any day soon anyway.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
Yeah. Bronze has had more clubs than Tiger Woods.
So is Nicholas Anelka.
Good evening, Kai. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Yeah. I still think, Spain still come, like you said, still come about with this same decision of what they want to do, keep the high possession. It's just not gone anywhere for them.
Yeah. It's generally the best tactic against a possession-based team. If they've got such a toothless attack, let them have the ball, because they're going to do nothing. They're going to do nothing to cause you any damage. And if you have the ball, instead of doing like 5-6 passes at once, 2 or 3 quick direct, whether out wide, cut in, or straight forward and go for it. It's such an effective tactic, and it works really well. And when Denmark have done that, they've forced the Spanish into mistakes. But the problem is they're just not getting the ball clear enough to harder to finish the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree, to be honest. I think Denmark's done very well.
Just watching a German attack, and Pop could have went for a simple strike. She decided to go for a back heel. Like, knock it in. You would have actually scored that, you flaming nugget.
Poor Pop. She won't score past England.
She will.
She won't.
I guarantee if the Germany play England, she'll score a header.
I guarantee if England play against Germany, England will get a clean sheet.
No.
Yes.
No.
We'll see them.
We will.
We will.
That's if you make it, of course.
We will make
Same with us.
And it'll be battering 2.0 for Germany against England.
Battering 2.0. You wish.
We battered just 3-1.
3-1's not battering.
3-1 is a battering.
You wish.
You just don't want to.
What you did to Norway is a battering.
No, that was
did.
That was called a pounding.
First we have Andrew's jokes, now we've got yours.
3-0 to Germany.
I'm just waiting for it to show. Can you show me? Show me the goal, you peasant phone.
Spain has got a free kick as well.
Set piece. Yeah, it was a set piece.
That was a poor free kick.
So what's that, England? So what's that? We are now the joint highest scoring team in the tournament until yous play. Yous have scored 9 goals in the tournament.
We haven't scored 9.
You scored 1 in your first game, didn't you not score 8 against Norway?
We scored 8 against Norway. We scored 5 against Northern Ireland and 1 against Austria.
Well, you did Northern Ireland.
Yeah, we played yesterday and beat them 5-0.
Alright, I thought you were playing tomorrow. I didn't realise you'd actually played.
Yeah.
Alright, so you 14 goals at the tournament. That's impressive.
Exactly. All of them clean sheets.
Yeah, well, we've also kept clean sheets.
That was absolutely poor from Leon. What is she doing? Deary me.
Oh, that was actually a really good third goal, to be honest. That is classic forced pressure on the opposition defender, and that's literally what they've done. Simple. Gotta love German engineering.
You won't have that chance against England.
You're so cocky.
I'm not cocky. I'm realistic.
I'm not cocky.
You don't sound good doing a Manc accent.
Thank God.
I know, thank God for that.
Brand is on. See, I knew the manager's got sense.
You did think they did 64 minutes ago.
Denmark are going to win this 1-0. I know I had 3-2 at the start, but that's because I thought there'd be something in it, but I don't. I think Denmark will win this 1-0.
They really don't care about getting this win at all, Spain. And Ellie's right as well. Spain are not going to score too frantic in front of the goal.
Yeah,
You just think they'd do a lot more better than what they are doing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Martin. He starts it, I finish it.
You finish it.
Yeah.
You finish it.
Yeah.
You couldn't finish from an open goal, let alone finish a joke.
If only you actually produced jokes.
I can produce a joke. England. There's a joke.
Here's a joke. 3-1. Here's a
That's
joke.
a good one.
Yeah, 3-1 England. Here's another joke. Germany get knocked out of the Euros by England.
Here's a good one for you.
Here's
Who's
another
the most?
joke.
Here's a real.
Harry Kane gets a penalty against Germany and makes it 1-1.
Diving. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to tell you is male, female, European football's most successful team is the Germans. That's not a joke. That's a fact.
Pipe down with History FC.
It's not History FC, dear. It's Factual FC.
History.
Factual.
He wishes, rather. He wishes.
I'm the old one.
Exactly, because you're 63. Come on, Martin. Martin's here to defend my honour. Reece, my man, that was not a dive. Offside maybe, but no dive.
Shove your false world-class player up your behinds.
Well, I like coffee thinks my dad has the best jokes. I'll tell him that I like coffee.
Actually, you know what? This is a joke. He likes Celtic. That's a joke. He clearly likes a shit football team.
Over Rangers.
I know, disgusting.
He's
got a brain. He likes Man United, but he likes Celtic. That's where I really do wonder what he does.
But your joke is you like Benfica, who can't even do anything since 2018, and rely on Darwin Núñez, who's just all goals, no action.
No, we don't rely on Darwin Núñez. He's away missing open goals for Liverpool.
You're literally going from 3rd place to 5th place
first
this season. Nah.
We're going from 3rd to 1st. Mr. Herr Schmidt will do something important. You take Aberdeen. I hope you've got plenty of sheep.
Sheep? What's sheep got to do with anything?
I'm not saying it because I'll get in trouble.
I should be booked for my bad jokes. I don't have bad jokes. What are you talking about?
Maisy should get booked. Maisy should have a fucking 10-game suspension. Where's Luis Suarez to bite through our jokes when you need him?
Carry on, and you might actually see a Cantona kung fu kick at you.
What, from you? You need to be able to get off. You need to be able to reach my face first. You're like 2 feet tall.
You don't know how tall I am.
5'6".
No.
Ah, I thought you were taller. Never mind.
I'm 10'10".
If you're 10'10", then I'm the bloody tooth fairy.
Maisy's got 6-inch heels. Correct. Correct. But I don't wear heels. They annoy me.
Really?
Yeah. I literally went on my night out yesterday. I didn't even wear heels. I wore Doc Martens just because I don't want to wear heels.
Doc Martens are classic.
I know.
You cannot go wrong with Doc Martens.
What could
They're
I
just
say?
cool.
What could I say? And classic and classy.
That's not for me to decide. That's up to the people. We'll let the people decide.
People say it in the chat. It's fine.
I was going to say more like classic and sarcastic, but
Me sarcastic? Never.
you're more sarcastic than me. I'm not saying something.
I'm glad you agree, Helly, because I did actually wear a dress last night as well. So
It's fun. It's genuinely not wrong. It is such a good combination. Doc Martens and jeans as well.
I'd only wear it if I was going out though.
Mm-hmm. See the way they're acting. The Spanish will eventually do something.
Maisy might hit Reece with a footy boot like Sir Alex Ferguson did.
You know what? I would not be surprised.
Harder just took the shot. Sorry, Andrew, she missed. She learnt from the best then. Hey, what can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Martin knows.
Do you even know what an RKO is?
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Maisy?
Knockout. It's about WWE. I know it's something to do with WWE. I'm just going to end it as that.
All right, I will let you have that then. At least you got that correct. It's not knockout.
Right.
It's not knockout.
Right, I know it's WWE. Like I say, it's WWE, but you know I don't follow WWE.
True.
Just like me say to you, who's your favourite RuPaul person from season 6 USA? You won't know. What can I say?
I don't know. Someone called Aisha. I don't know anyone from the
I was called a fashionista.
I like the changes that Denmark made, though.
Very effective.
Especially Nadim. That's a very good change right at the end, though. Like, that's one that you can get the most out of.
Yeah, and it's a corner now for Spain.
I hope they don't score.
I'm sure you're laughing mostly just at me, my jokes rather, more than his jokes anyway.
To be fair, and I say this in the nicest way, I'm not here to make jokes. I'm just here to talk football, but you give me a good laugh. Although, to be fair, it could be worse. You could be a truck.
I'm going to say nothing.
Back it up. Back it up. Back up the dumper truck.
Oh, fucking hell. I am defeated. In Reese's dreams.
To be fair, so is the Spanish.
Not just yet.
Oh, they are like they're going through, but they are defeated. They've got no cutting edge at all. They're so bad.
You're defeated like Finland, so it's fine.
That team's going through. I'm not defeated.
I said you're defeated like Finland.
Yeah, they can slow down. Yeah, Germany can completely slow down.
Of course, they can afford to slow down, though, Germany, because they was already qualified, so they could have technically slowed down anyway.
Mm-hmm. We wanted maximum points. That's Dalman come off as well, actually, which is a very clever move. They brought in Frey Gang.
I do have a white flag, actually. When I went to watch the game the other day, they gave me a white flag what said Euro 2022 on it.
Not bad, not bad.
And I got like a little piece of paper I hold. Oh, they gave me a piece of paper what said
the white flag against France.
The Italians was waving the white flag against Iceland as well.
Not really.
There was.
No.
Couldn't handle Iceland.
The only thing they couldn't handle was a long ball. Neither team won.
That long throwing, wasn't it? Oh, Garcia's got a ball. She looks like she's gone into a wing now, Lucia Garcia.
Yeah.
Which will be a lot more effective.
Yeah. I was just seeing the Nadim effort from outside the box. Like, she's got so cocky that she genuinely thinks she was going to score. Like, there was no chance.
Oh, well, that was a great save there by Panos.
Yeah.
I was going to go in otherwise.
We so need a Denmark goal.
No goals in this match. Oh, I know I like Coffer. Of course, I picked the game that's goalless.
Oh, God.
What?
No, that's what Hell is saying. Oh, God. Don't know why.
Corner for Denmark.
Come on, Denmark.
No. Gonna go out for a goal kick now.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Spanish, just turned it up a notch. I'm on 77 minutes, 20 odd seconds. 77:30, that's what I'm on. Yeah, I'm behind just because I'm watching on the iPlayer.
Another substitution now for Spain.
Mm. The Germans are just roasting Finland. Oh, I've just seen that Nadim effort from inside the box.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a lot better.
I completely agree.
I don't mean that in a harsh critic, but I think that could have been a little bit better actually in terms of the finish. I think they could have got something. What's up, Nippon?
Hey Nippon, hope you were good. Hope there's loads of goals tomorrow. I'm sure you're hoping it's for Portugal though.
All I'm going to say to you, Nippon, in the nicest way possible, Spain are crap.
All I'm going to say is Espana's toasted in the next round.
I've genuinely been... See the two games we've watched, and I'm not meaning this in a disrespectful way to the Spanish because they're a top side, but the two games we've watched together, Spain have been absolutely awful. They've been awful.
Exactly, and that's because they're missing people.
Yeah, but even to them though, the quality they've got, they should have no excuses.
You just don't think so. How much two players can make a big impact like that.
Says it all, really, doesn't it? The Finnish are just making their last substitution now as well.
Because Jenny also, even though she's a striker, she works in the midfield at times as well. She's quite versatile. So even if Alexa had their ACL and Moso never got injured, she could help out in the midfield.
Yeah. I agree with Andrew. Whoever goes through England is going to rip them a new one.
I agree.
But then lose the same.
I'll be in touch, Nipping, about something. I haven't got anything arranged for next week yet, just because I'm going on Leicester Till I Dies, and I'm going to Football versus Cancers 2 next week. So I'll be in touch.
Very nice. The final group game, is that tomorrow or Monday?
Monday. France versus Belgium, which I'm actually going to watch live, and Italy versus Iceland. No,
Italy
it's
versus
France
Belgium,
versus Iceland. France versus Iceland, and then Italy versus Belgium.
Hopefully we beat the Belgians.
Who? France. Oh yeah, you've got them. Yeah, Italy. You know what though?
France have a good game against... France need to actually show more than what they did in the last game against Belgium. I watched the highlights and I was actually quite disappointed, to be honest.
The only way though, like, Iceland could qualify if there's a draw in for Italy versus Belgium. Otherwise, they won't qualify. Or if they get a win against France, and we all know that's not going to happen. Free kick for France. Oh, should have had that in.
Who's Spain?
Yeah. But it was a good effort there from Denmark for defending. I think it was going to go for a corner. Yes, corner. Wow. Poor that
Bastian Schweinsteiger's at the Germany game.
What?
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Oh, that's great.
What absolute human being. He's such an underrated player. I wish we got him when he was slightly younger.
Exactly. He's so good, isn't he? Oh, so they're looking at a potential penalty check. I think for handball. Oh no, check over. Nothing. It feels like in a way Spain's just held out for a draw.
As if they knew they weren't going to. As if they knew they weren't going to score, or they weren't going to concede. They haven't had any. They haven't had a lot of chances tonight at all.
They really haven't. It's been a very boring game.
I can see why you honestly went for a 1-0 decider. I can honestly see why. Oh, and I see what you mean by the penalty check as well. I've just seen it. That wasn't a penalty for me.
No, it wasn't. To be honest, though, the only reason why I thought it was 1-0 because I thought a weaker team would be played.
Yeah.
I didn't think Spain was going to be crap.
Mm-hmm.
This game would be like if you had children and you wanted to send them to sleep, you'd put this game on.
Yeah.
I completely agree, Helle. I think if Denmark had that little bit more, they would have definitely scored 100%. I agree. I think it would have even been good though to start Broom, even though she hadn't really been in form.
Yeah.
Harder would have been so effective there on the wings for counter attacking.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I've just seen there something you like, and obviously for United fans in the chat as well. Garner's due to return to training Monday.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And once the visa's been approved for Martinez, that's when we'll announce the deal.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it's done, but they're waiting for the. They're just waiting for the visa.
Good evening to you, Matthew. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well.
Hey, Matthew. Second, I hope you're all right. Germany's got a corner. I'm just waiting to see if they can take in, but judging by Martin all that in the chat, they didn't score from it because they're slightly ahead of me. Yeah, it was caught. This Jorge Vilda, see his. I'm sorry, but Salah couldn't even spin Alex Telles. He will not spin Martinez. Martinez will have him on toast or on the floor crying. I've said it so many times. I tweeted it so many times yesterday. Like, apart from Ericsson, I am generally I'm more excited for the Martinez deal than anybody else.
You know, for me, it's Ericsson who I'm most looking forward to.
Because we've got a proper playmaker.
Bruno's a proper playmaker.
He is, but you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have Bruno's a brilliant playmaker and also a great goal scorer. But in terms of the close control and he doesn't lose it as often, that's what Ericsson's best at. Like, he can hold a ball so much better.
And I think he's a lot more intelligent on the ball as well.
Yeah.
Shaw had Salah in his back pocket. Tellez had Darwin.
Brilliant.
30 attempts tonight for Germany. Wow.
Told you we would change it up game to game, and in this one we became a battering run. We've just went through them.
Salah will have to resort to his best diving skills. There's like an account on social media, and it says Yeah, did Salah dive today? It is hilarious.
I still.
Oh,
There's what?
it's 1-0 for Spain.
What?
Spain have just scored.
I did say late goal, didn't I? I said late goal. Didn't matter who scored. Ah, that is criminal on the Danish. That is such a shame.
It is. It's got in for them, isn't it, really?
Spain are. I'm saying this now. That's their first goal in like a couple of days. They are such a pathetic team. I'm sorry, that is pathetic on the Danish. Like that is such a shame. But if you have to go through, you need to kill the game off. The Spanish have done it, like so. The fair play in that on that respect. But I feel bad for Denmark. They didn't deserve this.
No, they really didn't. It is a shame because I think Denmark has been the better team. It was a great crossing as well. It was a really good crossing by Spain.
Yeah. The added time's just coming in for Germany now. It's 3 minutes. So I'm just about to see the Spain goal. I'm just about to see it myself. So it's not updated on the thing for you though.
Oh, it doesn't update for some reason. Silly thing.
Let's see. Nice cross. Into the ball. Yeah, nice header. That's a shame.
Denmark ain't getting anything for this last minute either.
They would have to have scored twice.
No.
They would have to have scored twice, and they've had good chances, but just like the Spanish earlier on, they just didn't take any. It was never really going to happen, was it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Are we?
Are you what?
United in for Ziyech. And I said this to you a couple of days ago. I wouldn't mind that because it makes sense. Are we genuine in for him? Because if so, I wouldn't mind him over Anthony right now. Get Anthony later, but if we are, then that is quality. Because I did say I wouldn't mind him. Are we genuine in for him, or is that just Andrew just trying to play us? Ravi, all I'm going to say is just go and watch Ziyech under Ten Hag in the Champions League when he roasted Bayern Munich, he roasted Real Madrid, and he roasted Juventus. Actually, to be fair as well, he roasted Chelsea in that 4-4 game. He did roast Chelsea's defence. He's a quality player. If we're linked to him, then boom, I'll take it. But I don't know if we'll sign him. That's my only thing. He suits us more than he suits Chelsea.
Hugo Ekitike has actually gone to PSG.
Newcastle, muddied. Full time for you. You know what? Since it's full time for you, it's pretty much full time for me. It means nothing. And yet 3-0 Germany, final score.
And 1-0 for Spain.
3-0 for that. Yeah, sorry, 1-0 for the Spanish. But some decent game. That was probably the better game. The second one. This has been entertaining from a chess match perspective. It was such a shame they were actually planning on bringing somebody on. Like, what? Oh, that's horrible. Seeing somebody there to come on. I'm like, you're not going to come on, mate. You're not coming on at all.
So, would you like to give your judgment on this game?
Yes, I would. For me, the Spanish, again, they lack cutting edge. The only reason they got that goal is because it was tired legs, really. Tired legs from the Danish. And Christensen, she's put her heart and soul into every game. In this one, it was just they were already out. She tried to stop it, but she wasn't just getting the movement at all. And the chances were there. They just didn't take it. They are lucky to get through. Spain, for me, the Danish should have went through. I think the better teams went out. I think the better teams actually just went out. It's a shame.
Yeah, I agree. It is a shame because Denmark done so well in terms of what they've done. they've kept themselves in the game for 90 minutes, and to get a last-minute goal conceded like that, and there wasn't even much the Christiansen could do, and you can tell here off Denmark how gutted they really are.
Yeah.
Because they put their heart and soul into this game.
Spain in the quarterfinals, or last 16, depending on the route. If it is straight to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's straight to quarterfinals. There's no round of 16.
Okay. Spain in the quarterfinals against England need two things. Luck. Literally, they need luck. And two, they need to play that ball so much faster. And they have to come in to the narrow spaces. They need to go through the channels more. And their fullbacks have got to push higher. Because tonight they were not as high as they were against Germany. They were not as high. And that really did show in Denmark's ability.
There's no way those Spain is going to have the possession of the ball like against us like they have been getting.
To be fair, not many people, not apart from myself, not many thought they'd have the possession against the Germans the way they did.
But England, right? Norway is more of a possession-based team, and they didn't have possession against us.
You played really well, though. I did say before the tournament started that the one thing I did like about the English team is the adaptable approach, and it works really well. You take the approach from one team and use it against them. The way you played Norway, you played their game against them completely. Like you said, possession-based team. If you've got all the possession, a possession team can't do anything. If you've got all the possession, a possession team has to play a different way, and they've got no chance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Spain in the quarterfinals are going to need a lot of luck.
Exactly. Good night, Andrew. Thank you for watching. Big up to you too, rather. Ellie's right. Denmark had to score. They had to win to get through, which is a shame, but it's true.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you as well so much, Ellie, for watching. It means a lot. Do you want to look at the scores before we wrap up for the players?
Yes, please.
I was looking at the scores myself, and some of them were quite sus, in my opinion. But here it is. Here's the scores. Should we go with Spain first or Denmark first?
We'll go with the victors first.
The victors?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Spain.
Yeah.
So Panos got 6.2. Honor Battle got 8.4. Palderes got 7.8. Leon had an 8.1. Layla had a 7.7. Bontmartia got 7.4. Giroiro got a 7.7. Caldene, I got a 7.7. Sheila got a 6.5. Garcia's got a 6.1. And Castillo got a 6.9.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I think in terms of scoring, I think two players have been overscored and undercut. For me, Leon, an 8.1. Nope. Sorry, I don't think she played well again tonight as well. I think she got covered too much by Paredes, especially from that left-hand side. Like the Danish worked really well off her. Numerous chances. Leon didn't do anything to her. It was easy to get past her. And the team as well done the exact same. And I think Bon Mate in midfield, I think she controlled it at times really well when she had to. I think she's been undercut. I think she deserves a 7.7. I think Leon should be at least I think I would maybe say a 7.7. I would say slightly less than Paredes. I think Paredes was the better centre-half personally. But yeah, Bon Mate's been undercut. I think she was probably the best Spanish midfielder, I think.
I think Layla didn't deserve the 7.7. I think she was really outplayed in that first half.
Yeah. I think Garcia's been But to be fair, the 6.1 does make sense, but I also think 6.1 is a bit harsh. As for Batil, I don't disagree with that rating at all. She was outstanding from the right back slot, completely outstanding.
Best fullback in the league, best fullback in the world. What can you say?
She just couldn't get past Rauch, but she didn't have to. She didn't really have to because the Germans didn't need to go from that space. But that was her only
getting the goals from the other side.
Yeah,
the goals went out on his fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just that impact. It's that necessary ability. But she's a brilliant player. She's a brilliant player. And now Spain don't play until next Wednesday, so they've had a day less rest. But that won't really matter. What matters is they have to come out better against England, and they're not going to do it. But Castillo 6.9, I would say 7.1, 7.2. I thought she was fantastic on that left wing. I think she was the most effective player in terms of causing a threat from the starting players. I think from the front three, I think she was probably the most effective. But all in all, very good performances all round. I think Panos 6.2 is a bit harsh though.
Yeah, I do as well, because she had a clean sheet at the end of the day, but she didn't have much to do either.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say 6.5, 6.6. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Castillo's a 7.1. Told you.
Oh, Honor's got play of the match.
Yep. But Bonamati's went up to a 7.6, so it's one less than I had. But Harder's went down to 6.2. That is disgusting. Leon's went up by 0.1. Just because you won the game doesn't mean you have to give her a fair rank. Jesus Christ, she wasn't that great. Christensen's went down to 7.2 from 7.4.
Yes, let's quickly do Denmark's. Christensen 7.2. Verge got a 6.8. Thompson 7.2. Selvek got 6.6. Boy 7.1. Pedersen 7.2. Mellon got a 6.9. Junge got a 7.5. Holmgaard got a 6.5. Madsen got a 6.6 and Harder got a 6.2. I do agree. Harder's rating is very, very harsh. I think she was actually one of their better players. It's just she when she had the opportunity, she took it.
Yeah, I think whoever's making the ratings for these, like for those players in particular, especially Harder's blind as hell. Because she was excellent.
I completely agree. Honestly, I really agree. But another prediction I got right.
Yes, it was. The good thing is the predictions don't matter against me. That's the best part. They don't matter against me. They matter in your little group where it really matters. So try not to rub it in when you see them next time.
I do rub it in. I do. I send voice notes every day. But for Group A, I think it was Andy who won that one actually. So, but I've definitely won Group B, so it's fine.
And I actually got my goal scorer right for the tournament. Can I just say I had Pop after Schuler got Pop and Schuler, so at least I've got.
You only decided it recently, so don't count.
I said it in your first stream, you nugget. I said Schuler would be my player of the tournament, but I said Pop would be top goal scorer. Okay. In your group predictions. And you can watch back and look.
Well, I'm not going to watch back to find it, so I'll just take your word for it.
That's because you know I'm right.
No, because I just won't look back. Goodbye, I Like Coffee. Thanks for coming in. Go Portugal. Yep, I Like Coffee. Go Portugal for tomorrow. Have a nice night as well, Martin. Thank you for watching. Rather, Maze with the better graphics than BT and Sky Sports. Very true.
Yes.
Thank you. I watched Germany versus Finland. Least had 3 goals. Yep, I picked the more boring one, of course. Good. Oh, dearie me. But Chris, Looking forward to Thursday. It'll be fun. Hey there to my dad. I Like Coffee was complimenting you earlier on. I Like Coffee said that you had the best jokes.
Yeah, I Like Coffee was complimenting you. Whereas I was on a different spectrum. I was mucking off your like for Celtic. That's just grim. That's just grim.
We'll wrap it up here. Reece, thanks so much for coming on. It's been great having you on again.
The honour is mine. Honestly, it's like I say it numerous times. I go like shout you on my channel when I'm on like gaming. Is like my content is purely like for gaming and just having fun. I go on other channels to talk about football because that's my passion. I don't want to do it on my channel because it has no relevancy to my channel. Like it doesn't fit. But I love going on channels with just hardworking people that are like-minded, that are focused, that are committed 100%, that has passion behind it, loves to work, but also good laugh and know what they're talking about. They don't, quote unquote, they don't fanny about. They don't do it for clicks. They don't do it for making money at the expense of people. They just want to have fun. That's why I enjoy your channel. It's a good laugh, and I like talking to yourself. I love the rapport, and you have a blast. Even though you try to be funnier than me, but put it this way, you're like Switzerland. You're just well and truly neutral. I'm only kidding. You're honestly one of the kindest folk I know.
Thank you so much. Chris has said England should beat Spain. Yep, I agree with that. Wow, Reece actually has a light on. Hi, Reece.
You know what's funny? I actually don't have a light on. No joke, my light is off. It's the TV. It's the TV that's on. Like but I have no light at all. I'm still sitting in rudimentary darkness.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I'll let you go to your darkness very, very soon. But thank you so much for coming on, taking the time. Would you like to shout out your socials?
First of all, Nick has just ruined Rob. I'm applauding that. For me, purely. Oh, I'm sorry, I just can't. For me, Twitter and YouTube, it's right here, Devil's Rising. And if you're into Twitch, and I'm coming back onto it, Reece_Light in 1997, it's more of a shock factor, and it's like the saying goes. Thank you very much.
You're very well. You're more than welcome to come onto my channel anytime. You know that. I put your link in the description below for your YouTube channel. So if people haven't already, go and subscribe to Reece's channel. He's semi-decent at FIFA, let's just say. There's rooms for development. There's rooms of development and signing Paulinho, but that's a different story for another day.
I'm never going to do it. I've got a brain. I'm not signing him.
Well, people with a brain would sign him. But
well, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would. But it's a pleasure having you on, Reece. I'll be next live myself tomorrow. I'll be doing the Portugal watch-along. I know I Like Coffee will be dancing about that right now. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be at 4:45. Ravi said Reece went B&Q for his light bulb.
No, I just took out the hall. I just switched mine for that one. But like my drink, I'm all maxed out.
Yeah. We'll go anyway. Thanks, Reece, for coming on. I'll let you go to your darkness now, so you can be happy in your dark. But we'll see you everyone very soon. If you haven't, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. See you soon. Take care.